So, one of the beautiful things about the Silent Hill 2 remake is the addition of new details and lore that allow us to theorize and put more information into certain aspects of the story. One of these popular theories is the three patient files that we see referred to in the Brookhaven Hospital actually corresponds with characters within the game, specifically Angela, Eddie, and James. However, this has been regarded as simply a theory, but I believe I have found everything I need to prove this theory is actually what is going on inside the Silent Hill 2 remake. So in the Brookhaven Hospital on the second floor, you can go to the director's office and you'll find these three files laid out in this very specific order. On the opposite side of this wall, you will actually find the treatment plans for these patients. This is also a bit of a clue on how to solve the riddle involving the wristbands. But back to the theory. So these three files were brought up as these are the three, quote, crucial patients. Now, these patient files do not refer to the patient name, instead they're patient numbers. We also have an official diagnosis for the patients on these files along with the proposed treatment plan. And to start this off, we're going to analyze patient 0130. Their symptoms are severe anxiety, visual hallucinations, and paranoia. Official diagnosis is paranoid type schizophrenia. And their treatment plan calls for medication. And we can see, according to the note, that this patient cannot be trusted by themselves, so they've been moved to L1 for further monitoring. And if we go to L1, we can find this journal from the attendant who is staying there, who refers to the patient as she. So now we know that patient 0130 is female. And we know that their treatment plan is with increased medication. So if we refer back to the wall where it has the treatment plans lined out and we go back to this one, we can actually see the picture of this patient's hiding spot within the Otherworld hospital. And then when we find this location in the other world, we find the note that reads, 1 year they've been watching me. So many pills they've fed me. When the loud hour comes, I tremble every time the light falls. This doesn't give us any new revelations, but this does confirm that what we are seeing on the wall is in fact accurate and placed there deliberately. Now, time to start connecting it all to Angela. Now, on the rooftop of Brookhaven Hospital, we can find a page out of a diary that starts on May 9th. On May 11th, it says, "Rain again. The meds made me feel sick again today. If I'm only better when I'm drugged, then who am I anyways?" Now, I know what you're thinking. Any patient could be medicated inside of an insane asylum. But if we go to May 12th, we see another entry. "Rain as usual. I don't want to cause any more trouble for anyone, but I'm a bother either way. Can it really be such a sin to run instead of fight?" This kind of outlook and this kind of language is something that we see Angela use in-game herself.
Really? What's the point? It's easier just to run.
And maybe by this point, you're not thoroughly convinced. All we have right now is a patient that we know was a female, who was highly medicated, and who had some self-depreciating thoughts. Not too uncommon, right? Well, during the fight with the abstract daddy, as we're navigating through the otherworld hallways and the apartments, we can see this scene right here, where Angela runs into her hiding hole. And inside this hole, we can see a family photo of Angela and her family that has been torn in half. But we also see this teddy bear. Take note of the patch on the left side of the teddy bear in the chest. We see this exact same teddy bear earlier in the game in Brookhaven Hospital. Specifically, this is the teddy bear from the women's locker room where you find the bent needle. Notice it has the exact same patch. This is Angela's teddy bear in the women's locker room on the second floor of the Brookhaven Hospital. So even if you're not convinced that the patients line up with each of the characters in Silent Hill, we do now know for a fact that Angela is directly linked to the Brookhaven Hospital in the Silent Hill 2 remake.